Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Check, 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 check. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it is in your location. God is good all the time. Smile, say hi to people. It doesn't cost you anything. It just makes some people's lives, make their days, their weeks, their month, just by a little thing that you can do to change the society. All right, let's do it. I'll be here talking about the Premier League. Match day 31 and also some update from here and there. So if you want to join us, you can do so. It's free of charge. The link been provided somewhere. And yeah, join us. Okay, so this is a very bad news for Manchester United. Lisandro Martinez is out for the rest of the season, unfortunately. He got the same injury as Neymar Jr. You know, the injury that's been really bad for Neymar. Metatarsal, that is how it's called. So you need a few months to heal, and even when you come back from there, it's always a lot of problems. Hello, Mr. Khalid. Say that hi, good morning from Indonesia. Here it's morning. All right, good morning to you. Mr. Yiwo Gel say that we are a new banter club, unfortunately. Say that Brighton to beat Chelsea 6-3, according to him. Hadia say that 4-1 to Brighton. That was the score in the first leg. We don't know what's gonna happen in the second leg tomorrow or today, depending on your location. Saturday, let's put it that way. Saturday at Stamford Bridge. Hello, Mr. Comedy. Todd Bowley said that 3-1 Brighton. So even Todd Bowley is betting against his own club. He's predicting a loss against his own club. So he said that we are doomed. No, we are not. Maybe in your head, but we understand that this is a process and it's normal sometimes to go through this kind of time. No, there's nothing doomed here in my opinion. All right, people, get in the comment section down below. King Chelsea said, come on, you Blues. Come on, let's see what's gonna happen tomorrow with our fans at Stamford Bridge. Let's see if it's gonna bring more energy, because we don't have energy at the moment. They need some ice cream. Those players need some ice cream. So yeah, Martinez out for the rest of the season. Varane can't stay fit. Rashford injured. Who else? I think they have few more, probably 4 to 5 injuries. Key injuries. It's going to be very difficult because United need to play away at Sevilla next week without key players, including Bruno Fernandes. Bruno got so many yellow cards, so he's gonna be suspended for the next game. So it's gonna be interesting. They threw the lead away, 2-0 up to 2-2 at your own stadium, It's gonna be interesting, and you have a very tough game against Nottingham Forest this weekend, Manchester United. And then next week you have a game in the Europa League. Lord have mercy. It looks like they're collapsing the wrong time of the season. So get well soon, son. You don't want to see any player injured, no matter what. No matter if you don't like that club, you want to, everybody stay fit, you know. Lampard on Mason Mount. He said, I quote, Mason Mount is already a top player. He is hungry since the first day. If anyone thinks Mason Mount is not ready, he's not already a top level player, then I'm not sure what they are seeing. Yeah. And you have narrative and hate and evil. Nobody is gonna see the right side of Mason Mount, but apparently every manager can see it, but Chelsea fans online. You can ask Tuchel, Southgate, Potter. It's clear that he is a top player. So he been hyping his son Mason Mount, right? So I'm going through some headlines here before I go talk about the weekend's games. And if you wanna join me, you can click on the link. You see the link here, you click and you join me. Otherwise, I will go through certain things and talk about the games on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then leave. Another update from Romano here. He said, Klopp confirms Liverpool midfield plan. There is maybe 12 midfielders we are interested in on the market, so that's good. I don't know if he was sarcastic saying that, or he's like, yeah, we're gonna be linked with everybody. Jude Bellingham, Mason Mount, you know, Conor Gallagher, everybody, right? Sometimes Klopp can be sarcastic, and if you take it black and white and you don't read between the lines, you might think that is literally what he meant. But you have to dig. Even when he said African Cup of Nations little tournament, he was sarcastic. He was saying, oh, so you think, because it was a question that he answered, but that answer was taken out of context to make headlines. He never called African Cup of Nations a little tournament, because he said, a journalist asked him something about now you have your players fit and ready for the season, something in that range, and talked about no international break or something. So he was like, okay, so in January, so you think that is a little tournament, huh? African Cup of Nations. So he wanted to show that journalist that you're talking about international break is over, but what about the African Cup of Nations? Are you calling it a little tournament? So in that sense, I could tell clearly what he wanted, but you know, today's society, people don't read anymore. They just try to manipulate, like naive kid there who would take it like, oh, Klopp said that tournament is a little tournament. He didn't mean that. He didn't say that. Anybody with some common sense or who did any kind of essay in school is gonna tell you that he didn't mean that. It's just clear what he said, but taken out of context, made headlines, sold newspaper, created a lot of beef, and then that's what people want to see in today's generation on social media. So probably when he said, oh, we have 12 midfielders here, it could be he's just being sarcastic because of how many players Liverpool been linked with. Levels. Yeah. All right, let's go. read another one. Klopp on Bellingham. Prices change over time. We have to make decision for the club. We cannot be angry if we don't get someone. We have to sort it out, to sort it. It's not fun watching other teams strengthen, but it is life. We walk with it. All right. So that's what Klopp been saying about Bellingham. They can't really afford to fight Chelsea and Manchester United or City on the market, or even Newcastle United. But they can do only what they can do, and Klopp is a champion when it comes to developing players. Chelsea buy. They buy expensive, good players and they make them world class and they insult them and they get rid of them. But other clubs would take average players, so-called average players, very cheap, and then develop them to world class. So the world is upside down when it comes to Chelsea compared to other clubs that develop actually players. For 4 or 5 years now, you can't even tell me how many players they developed. Lampard, first time he developed few players, all of them sold, some of them still there, but benched, blamed all the time. Nobody's developing them. We start complaining all the time. But Klopp, believe me, he doesn't get Bellingham, he doesn't get Lavia, he doesn't get Caicedo or big names on the market. He's gonna find just somebody good, and he is going to develop him to the next level. That is Klopp. So I value and respect him more for what he does with a limited budget. Well, they also spend a lot of money, just not the same amount as other clubs, but you know what I mean. They are not gonna fight for 120 million player. They can get 3 players out of 120 million and perform even better than than 120 million player. So what he did with Mo Salah, bought him like for 34 million. Look at him, Sadio Mane, around the same amount of money. Look at Sadio. Diogo Jota, they couldn't afford Timo Werner because his release clause was about 60 million. They went for Diogo Jota. Jota performs better than Timo Werner at Chelsea Football Club. They ended up by selling him back to Leipzig for 25 million after buying him 2 years ago for 60 million. You see? So spending money doesn't mean necessarily that you're gonna get a world-class player. You have just to be smart. Okay, so let's move on and see another headlines here from Mr. Romano. Gundogan, his agent's been talking, and I quote, "I'm surprised about the news regarding an agreement being closed, as there is no full agreement with any club now. It is not yet decided where he will play in the coming season. His only focus right now is on Manchester City." So Gundogan is gonna be a free agent. I'm sure Pep is trying to do a huge favor to Barcelona because he's from Barcelona, so he's gonna make it easier for Gundogan to go on free to Barcelona. Bernardo Silva also is trying to go to Barcelona. And they have Pep Guardiola, and they have all the boards at Manchester City came from Barcelona. They are all Barcelona fans. So negotiations between the two clubs are always very, very easy. They do each other a lot of favors because, you know, It is what it is. So Gundogan been linked with many teams. A free agent, what a player. So let's wait and see where he's gonna end up next season. If this season they win the Champions League, and then he's gonna leave in peace, say goodbye in good terms. They have a chance this season to win the Champions League. It looks like they're gonna beat Bayern Munich in the second leg, qualify and meet, who knows, Chelsea, Real Madrid. Most likely Real Madrid on paper, of course, because they look better on paper and they have 2 goals difference. They have to come to the bridge though and face us at our own spiritual home, Stamford Bridge. So yeah, this season looks like all the stars and planet aligned for Manchester City to go and do it. But you never know. That's what we say every single season. This season is Manchester City's season. They're gonna win the Champions League. Blah blah blah. The end of the day they lose. So it's not done yet until it's done. So people, I'm here for the people, as you know. Don't be shy. You can call this number or you ask me questions so we can keep this show going. Otherwise, I'm gonna cut the show very soon. Because what the point? I'm here for you and you don't participate to the show and then I have to go, right? So the link been provided there. You can send a question so we can try to keep up with the show. I'm reading all these headlines because I don't have anything to say. I'm waiting for a call or I am waiting for a comment, a question. So in the meantime, I'll go and kind of share what is happening in the world of football in general, you know? Okay, so we already talked about Lisandro Martinez. It been confirmed that he will be out for the rest of the season. This guy here, Axel Disasi, yesterday was trending. Apparently Chelsea are working on that guy. But look at Fabrizio Romano kind of came and deny the link to Chelsea Football Club. But listen, Romano is not God. I've seen him make a lot of mistakes while other people already said it. He just waited the last minute to confirm when everybody else was already confirmed. But because he's the biggest one, when he says something, it looks like, oh, he came up with the news. But I've seen him so many times that he is late. But because people follow him a lot, when he said, even after 2 days, he said something, it looks like, oh, Fabrizio Romano said that. But Matt Lowe probably already said it. Nizer Kinsella already probably said it. You know. You can have people like David Austin or other people who don't have a big name like Romano already said it. But he's going to wait until he's very sure. So it doesn't mean that Chelsea are not interested just because Romano said, because I saw so many sources, even L'Equipe yesterday from France, talking about Chelsea interested on this guy. So I don't take everything Romano said as a gospel, because Chelsea been checking on options in the defense. We know that Koulibaly is a disaster. Thiago Silva is aging. And the defense still needs a key element. Levi Colwill, we don't know what the issue. I saw it been linked with big teams, including Manchester City, Liverpool, and all that. But only Chelsea don't value their own product. Look at Nathan Ake. Nobody cares when he was at Chelsea Football Club. Today, everybody is talking about, is he really the best in the world? Look what he's doing at Manchester City. But you didn't want to see him at Chelsea because he was from the academy, right? And with Chelsea, we don't do academy. We go there and spend 100 freaking million on expensive dead wood, and after 1 month we start complaining and calling on that player to be sold. All right, it is what it is. So Disasi, keep your eye open. Even when the news about Badiashile came out, there were so many sources that talked about it before even Romano. And Romano came at the end just to confirm that I understand that blah, blah, blah. But there are so many other sources there that have news, even about Lampard as an interim for the job. Romano actually said that nothing changed. The board still supporting such and such. Nothing is going to change until the end of the season. And other sources reported that Porter is going to get sacked. So, all right. I think we kind of went through the headlines from Mr. Romano here. And if I don't get calls or I don't get any interaction, I will end the show soon. But let me go and talk about the Premier League. All right? Let's go to the Premier League and see what's going to happen this weekend. Interact. Bam, 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 bam. All right, all right. The Premier League this weekend, what is going to happen, people? Boom. Here we are. So, don't forget to join us tomorrow morning for the game between Chelsea and Brighton. And then on Sunday, if I have time, we might do the Manchester City against the Leicester City. So stay tuned, put your notification on, because we are live every single day in this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a small channel, less than 1,000 people. So if you're gonna join us, do it, because it's gonna take you just 1 second to do it. Very, very cool channel. Everybody is welcomed. All right, so tomorrow morning or today morning in your country, depending on your location, let's put it Saturday morning, live on USA Network, 7:30 Eastern time, so you can find out your location, what time it's gonna be. It's going to be Aston Villa against Newcastle United. Who do you think is going to win this game? This is a very tough game, to be honest with you. Let's check on their squad here. For Aston Villa, they have Emi Martinez, Robin Olsen, and Vijami Sinisalo. Okay, he's one of the goalkeepers over there. And they have defenders Matikash, Diego Carlos. He's back from a very bad ACL injury. When he signed from Sevilla or Valencia, I forget what club he was in Spain, came to play for Steven Gerrard, immediately got an ACL injury. Very, very sad, but now he's coming back slowly and surely. Konsa, Taro Mings, Alex Moreno, Callum Chambers, Ashley Young, Lucas Digne, Swinkles, Sebastian Veran, that was like 20 years ago. This is another Sebastian Raven. They have Douglas Luiz, John McGuinn, Emiliano Buendia, Philip Coutinho. Oh, Philip Coutinho still play football? What a joke. They have Dendonker, Ramsey, Kamara, and Caden Young. If we go to forward, Bertrand Traore. For people who are older than me or the same age as me, you will understand this guy. Traore used to be at Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea bought him from Burkina Faso, and it caused Chelsea a lot of trouble though, because apparently the age limit for FIFA, then we violated something about the age, you know, and FIFA or whatever, they even put more regulations to try to make it more difficult for teams to get like kids from other countries. And we got a ban, not only about Bertrand Traore, but this case kind of triggered everything. Now he's playing for Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins, Duran, Leon Bailey, my own brother. Very solid team. I am sure that Mr. Good Evening Unai Emery is gonna take them to Europa League, and when they reach Europa League, be careful because they're going to win it. Unai Emery is the manager that won the most, probably 4 or 5 times. I forgot. He's specialist in Europa League. So if Aston Villa make it to Europa League, I am sure he's going for it. He is going to win it. Goalkeepers from Newcastle United here: Dubravka, Loris Karius, Nick Pope, Gillespie. Never heard of him before. Defenders, they have Kieran Trippier, Paul Dummett, Sliven Botman, Char, Lascelles, Lewis, Target, Kraft, Makino, Ashby, Dan Burn. Midfielder, they have Matt Ritchie, Ryan Fraser, Jacob Murphy, Miguel Almiron, Matty Longstaff, he got Longstaff, Joe Willock, Arsenal legend, Elliot Anderson, C. Longstaff. So they still have 2 Longstaffs. The Longstaff brothers are in the staff. You know what I'm trying to say here? Bruno Guimaraes and Lewis Miley. Forward, they have Joelinton of odd people, Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, Alan Saint-Maximin, Alexander Isaac. Very, very, very good teams. Solid. Newcastle United are trying to finish top 4. Aston Villa are trying to finish to European competitions. Tough game. I think this game is going to be a draw. 2-2 draw. Yes, 2-2 draw at the end. I don't see anybody winning this. So I'm gonna try to speed it a little bit because I don't have many interaction. People are sleeping. All my people are overseas now, sleeping. Nobody wanna come and participate to the show. So I'm gonna have to speed this match preview live. I like to do it with people so we can have some kind of interaction. But tomorrow be here. Tomorrow be here because we're gonna be here for the watch along. And the second game of the day on Saturday, Chelsea against Brighton. This one is a tough one. Tough one. We don't know what Lampard is gonna do. Is Mendy going to be in the starting 11? I don't know. Aubameyang coming back? I don't know. So I am going to go very quickly because I've already made an entire video about this game between Chelsea and Brighton. On paper, Brighton are gonna beat Chelsea, to be honest. They are more a team than Chelsea. Chelsea got some individuals, but not a team yet. We don't even know what system we're gonna play. We don't know who's gonna play. It's shambolic all over the place. Thinking about the Champions League next week. So yeah, Chelsea really are not good at the moment. But listen, we play at home at the Bridge. I'm not gonna say that Chelsea to lose because I don't do that. I'm gonna just stay positive without talking too much. On paper they are better than us, but football is not played on paper. On our day we can beat anybody. That's all I can say. Let's wait and see. I don't wanna make this show as a Chelsea show or a Chelsea channel, because Chelsea channel, I have so many Chelsea channels and so many Chelsea content all the time. So I love football in general. So I'm gonna have to just skip this Chelsea thing very quickly and talk about football. Everton against Fulham. Sean Dyche against Marco Silva is not gonna be even on the bench because he's suspended. Got the red card and he yelled at referees and criticized people, so he got like four games ban or something like that. So Everton at home, they are hell. If you play over there at Goodison Park, my friend, you have to be on your best day to beat them over there. Of course, they are not doing good at the moment, but they have one of the best fans in the league. It's not gonna be an easy one. Willian is not gonna be there. Alexander, what's the last name? Alexander Mitrovic is suspended for 8 games, probably until the end of the season. He's gonna be there only for the 2 last games of the season because he talked to the referee and he pushed him apparently and all that. But there was a Lions ban who elbowed somebody and got away with it. They didn't investigate, they didn't do anything, they didn't punish him, no suspension, no nothing. So a player don't have the right to talk to the referee or by mistake push him, but the referee or the linesman can do anything on players. I think Everton are gonna beat them 2-1. 2-1 Everton. Let me go very quickly here and double check on other teams because we have many of them. Southampton against the Crystal Palace. Yeah, this one it looks like a 1-1 draw. Southampton are going to the championship. I don't see them really staying in the Premier League. Crystal Palace are gonna stay for sure. They have the momentum under Roy Hodgson. So I think it's going to be a good game to watch. 1-1. Not gonna get to the details because I have to go. Tottenham Hotspurs against Bournemouth. Spursy. It's going to be prick. Okay. Tottenham Hotspurs. Bournemouth. they give always hard time to big teams, the so-called big teams. At Tottenham Hotspur's Stadium in London, this one is going to be tough. One. It's a draw. 1-1. Let's check on some statistics here. In the last few games they played against each other, oh my goodness, looks like Tottenham Hotspurs beat them all this time. 5-0. It was 2018. 5-0 to Tottenham. 1-0 to Bournemouth. Actually, it was in 2019. Spurs 3, Bournemouth 2. That was 2019 again. Bournemouth 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. That was in 2020. And the last time they met, it was 2022 October. So last year, this season, it was 3-2 to Tottenham Hotspurs. They went away to win. So I think Bournemouth are coming to win. They are coming to get their revenge. So I think it's gonna be 1-1 at the end. 1-1. What else? What else left here? Wolves against Brentford, another tough game. Not gonna get to details. Wolves beat Chelsea the last time, remember? Brentford, very good team. Wolves are just like Chelsea. They can't score goals. But they beat Chelsea and they managed to score. So hopefully they just unlock themselves. Now, another draw here, man. I see a 2-2 draw and I see Diego Costa with a double. Diego. Manchester City, Leicester City. That is going to be the last game on Saturday. It's gonna be on NBC Sport Network, Peacock, also. Yeah, man. This one, I think City are going to win, like 3-1. City, I don't see them dropping point easily. They know if they drop point, Arsenal are going to win the league. So no more mistakes from Manchester City. This is going to be just a W. Leicester City just got a new manager in Dean Smith. And he took John Terry as his assistant. So the manager bounce in this case is not gonna work because you're playing away against a very, very good team, Manchester City. So you have just to limit the damage. That's all you can do. Manchester City can play 11 players from the bench and still perform the same level. It tells you how great their bench is and how great the team is. Scary stuff. So Leicester City, I hope they can stay, because I have to support John Terry. So I hope they can fight until the last minute to keep them in the Premier League. And let's see what's going to happen next season. But against City, in my opinion, no chance. They're going to lose 3-1. All right, my people, slowly and surely. So we go to Sunday games here. Arsenal against West Ham, or West Ham against Arsenal, because it's going to be away at London Stadium, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be on USA Network if you have USA in your cable package, and then you don't have to worry about anything. You can watch it clear on TV. This one is going to be a very, very, very tough game for Arsenal. It's a London derby. Forms go out of the window. But Arsenal don't have European competition. I think West Ham still in, I don't know if they are already out of the Conference League or something. But bottom line is West Ham They won the last game, by the way. They are not doing good this season. They are fighting for their lives. So, relegation battle plus, the title challenge for Arsenal. So, you have to win. You have to win. Arsenal, I don't know. If they drop points against West Ham, it's going to be difficult for them to win. I still believe that Arsenal can go away and win like 2-1. But let's see what's going to happen. I'm not going to be surprised if it's a draw. I just don't see West Ham beat Arsenal. But crazy things happen in football, red card, a penalty, something might happen and the game is completely different, So 2-1 to Arsenal, but I'm not too sure about it, Nottingham Forest against Manchester United. This one also probably United might lose away because they have some key players out. Lisandro Martinez is out for the rest of the season. Rashford is out. Varane is out. So the defense is very shaky. They have to deal with Harry Maguire every single week from now on. Lord have mercy. And they have another game in the Europa League away at Sevilla in the midweek. So they will be thinking about that game because they dropped 2 points. They dropped like a couple goals. They were leading 2-0. And then, hey buddy. Yeah, you can take him out. Alright, so yeah, I think this game, the best they can get from this is going to be a draw. Manchester United can get a draw, but it's going to be difficult. I'm going to say 1-1, but I'm not going to be surprised if Nottingham Forest beat Manchester United because they are very weak at the moment. If you look at them, the games that they played in the last few years, well, not even the last few years because Forest been in the championship like for more than 15 years, so you can't really find like very recent record between the two teams. So the only recent game here was Manchester 3, Nottingham Forest 0, and it was December 2022. All other games here been like 1996. Some of people were not even born yet, so we're not gonna really check on those because that's been like eternity. So in the last games, look at this: Forest 4 losses, 1 draw. Manchester United 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Yeah, it's going to be complicated for Manchester United. All right. So the last game for match week 31 is gonna be on Monday between Leeds and Liverpool. What time? 3:00 p.m. Eastern time on USA Network. So it's going to be Leeds United against Liverpool. As I said, I have that bad feeling. I have that feeling that Leeds are going to do it. Yeah, Leeds very, very poor at the moment. Liverpool been up and downs. So I think it's going to be 2-1 to Leeds United. I don't know how, but it is what it is. If Bournemouth could beat Liverpool, I think Leeds can do it. Leeds are fighting for their survival in the Premier League, so they're gonna give everything they got to try to win. And I still remember under Jesse Marsh, I think they beat Liverpool. They beat Liverpool actually away. Let me double check for the last few meetings. Yeah, you see? That was October 2022. Liverpool 1, Leeds United 2. So, but other games here, it looks like it been all Liverpool, draw. And then Leeds under Jesse Marsh, they managed to beat them. Wow, man of the match that day was Jan Melier, the French guy, because he made some amazing saves. Mo Salah scored for Liverpool that day. Rodrigo scored for Leeds United, and Somerville also scored for Leeds United. Alright, so I am done here with the preview for the Premier League match week number 31. Let me just double check on the table here, my people. Number 1, Arsenal. Number 2, Manchester City, who still got one game in hand, 67 points. If Manchester City win all their games until the end, they win the league, because that includes beating Arsenal. So it's gonna be a very interesting title race at the end. If Arsenal bottle it, man, I don't think they can win it anytime soon. This season was perfect for them. They told people they were going to win a quadruple. No, it didn't happen. Knocked out the Carabao Cup, knocked out the FA Cup, knocked out the, what is called again, Europa League, and now they are fighting for the only trophy that they can still win is the Premier League. So if they don't win it, man, it's gonna be the biggest bottle job of all time. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah. So Arsenal, Manchester City, Newcastle United, Manchester United. Yeah, Manchester United, I don't think they're gonna qualify for top 4 anymore. They have to go and win Europa League. With injuries that they have at the moment and the calendar, it looks like they're gonna drop a lot of points. And Tottenham Hotspurs might take advantage of the situation to finish top 4. Look at this. Goodness me. Aston Villa are not even far away. I think Aston Villa definitely are going to Europa League next season. And Unai Emery is a specialist in the Europa League, so he might go there and win it. So Aston Villa number 6, number 7 is Brighton, number 8 is Liverpool, number 9 is Brentford, 10 Fulham, 11 Chelsea, 12 Crystal Palace, 13 Wolves, 14 West Ham, 15 Bournemouth, 16 Leeds United, 17 Everton, 18 Nottingham Forest, 19 Leicester City, 20 Southampton. Amazing season here. All right. I'm done with the match preview, all the games. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do?
Hey, how you doing there, brother?
Good.
Good evening to all. Good evening to the People's Republic. Is he from Czech Republic?
I don't know what republic he represents, but yeah. Looks like the
The Soviet Union.
Yeah, United Nations of people or something.
I think he's from the Soviet Union.
Soviet. Okay. He's from Zimbabwe somewhere. From Mugabe's country.
Madagascar. So real quick, I gotta say, and I'm sorry for the feedback. So this is why I'm gonna make it quick. I just wanted to say that tomorrow, as much as I want Chelsea to win the frickin' Champions League, I do not want them to win tomorrow against Brighton. I would love if Aston Villa wins tomorrow and Leeds United all the way. It seems like Manchester United will not be winning the Europa League.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Oh,
you.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't think Manchester's going to be winning the Europa League, which is very sad. That is my theory. And City all the way. Let's go. Let's do this at this point. We cannot have Arsenal winning the league. No.
Yeah, they are in a good position. They only have one game a week. So City got so many games. They're still in the FA Cup. They're still in the Champions League. So,
but this is the thing, though. City has their bench is just amazing. You know, I'm glad that they got rid of Sterling. I still can't believe Chelsea really went after Sterling. Like, why? You get me?
Because there are so many geniuses in the Chelsea board and management team. They always watch compilations videos, just like fans on social media, and they make their decision. Because when you cut all the flows from Raheem Sterling, he looks just like, amazing Messi or something. When you put those little clips together. But if you go and you start digging and you see how many chances he missed before he scored one goal, you will see that it doesn't worth it. But everybody saw that.
That guy is.
Saw that's how he's amazing and he's better than anybody that we never had at Chelsea Football Club. And now the same people say get him out after spending money. People don't think outside the box before fact. They become expert only after fact,
That is the theory.
Yeah, that's the
But
theory.
other than that, now that I have you here, I think you said you're in Georgia and I'm in New Jersey. So what time is Chelsea's game tomorrow?
What time is it's gonna be 10 Eastern, so you can find out your location.
10 Eastern. Beautiful. All right, well, salutes. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, and I will be listening to Mr. Czech Republic himself. Thank you.
All right, goodbye. All right, Messi is gone. I think Mr. Republic is sleeping or something.
Just say what?
Are you sleeping or something?
I've been here for almost since you started your predictions.
Yeah, you should just tell me. All right.
I was there, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry about yesterday. I had a big phone call, so I fell out. So I couldn't come back. You were finished by the time I came back. So
No problem.
no. I liked your predictions. Very healthy. Most of the games. The Liverpool one, I think Liverpool they drew a good game. I think they will bounce back. Leeds, but obviously Leeds need points. That's going to be quite a good game then. But what else were you talking about? You were talking about Man United. Oh my God. That was disaster class yesterday. Really super embarrassing. I mean, how can you throw away 2-0 lead in 90 something minutes? It's like, and they got him, and who's injured there? Why is Maguire playing?
Because Lisandro Martinez is injured and is going to be out for the rest of the season, and Varane is injured. We don't know for how long.
He's always injured, Varane. That's why Madrid sold him. So that is so they're chasing top four, and they with Harry Maguire the defense. Good luck with that. So all I can say is good luck. They will give a chance for even Mr. Good Evening might have a chance. Is he any chance to top 4?
Yeah, still 8-10 games to go, so anybody can still get to top 4.
So, but you got Man City, obviously, and Arsenal. They're locked, and then Tottenham. I think they're quite a sure bet. And then you got Man United. Who else is there? Man United, Newcastle. Who else is fighting for top 4?
And then Brighton can still make it.
Brighton?
Yeah, if they push. Anything
Wow.
can still happen.
And Aston Villa don't have a chance. They only fight for UEFA.
No, they have a chance to finish top 4. They still have a chance. But I know that they're going to finish like Europa League because they are specialists. Mr. Emery is a specialist on winning that competition. But they can fight for top 4 if you want. At the beginning of the season, nobody gave them a chance to.
Yeah, they had Steven Gerrard. Yeah, Steven Gerrard. They didn't know what he was doing. He was again. He should know better because he's a young guy. He's got new ideas. He's a newer generation. But sometimes these things aren't easy. Managing a big club, as you say so many times, big egos, big names, millionaires, and what have you. You need a very, very strong personality. Somebody who don't accept talk back from the players, whatever. So maybe Mr. Good Evening is that kind of tough guy, and obviously he has good football knowledge. That goes without saying, experience. So it's I think, I don't know. Sometimes hiring these former players who only just went to the championship for one season, come back, or come from Scotland or whatever, and then you expect them to run a big team. I don't know. It's not a good cocktail. It ends up in tears. And what's Frank's record in this season is very poor, isn't it, for Everton? And obviously Chelsea. Okay, he's only played one game for Chelsea, so we can't judge him too soon. But I think you were saying that you will have bad feeding, but I don't know. I think there were some positive things. I saw some positive things out of the game against Madrid. I know everybody's saying no, but I think you'll be surprised against Brighton. I think so. I'm going to be positive. I think something. I don't know. All depends. He might just do radical changes to the team. He has to save players for the return leg in the thing. So it could be. We see in defense. We could see Badrishvili with what's his name? That's our friend. Koulibaly. Yeah, that's bad. But what's his name here?
Silva. What are you talking about? Silva, then we have Fofana. Who are you talking about?
Yeah, but Fofana. I don't know Fofana if you rest him maybe as well. But you put in Trevor Chalobah maybe in the central defense alongside Badiashvili, and then you can. Oh my God! Then you're gonna have to play Cucurella. God, oh no! And because we don't have any defenders. Have a look at the list. There's not many defenders in that squad. There's not many options. Aspie maybe he may maybe make a comeback. Though, even though his legs are gone.
Why not? But then we're going to have a hard time. Aspie against Mitoma and against all those fast wingers, it's going to be like a disaster. But
Aspie, he plays right back and he doesn't attack too much, then he's okay. But if he thinks he's Rhys James is so poor, I think maybe even Aspie would be better. But I don't know. I think he has to make some. Might as well experiment. Might as well. The season's done, so might as well just try out players. Give players who haven't had a chance a run. See what can you do. Rest. Give Kovacic a rest. Give maybe even Enzo. Give him a rest so that he'll be fresh for Real Madrid. Up front, you can throw. Who can you put in there? Maybe I don't really like him, but you can Ziyech maybe up front with who else? Ziyech and everybody's guess. You can put Alba. I suppose we could play counter-attacking. Ziyech and Alba, two fast players. but Ziyech sometimes his crossing is poor. So I don't know. We give Captain America. Yeah, why not? He hasn't started many games this season. Give some other players a chance to see what they can do. They can't do any worse than the ones we have for the moment. So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. But who knows what Frank is thinking? Maybe he's scared to lose, so he might just pick all the usual suspects. It's be very interesting to see the lineup for tomorrow. I don't know what would you do if you were choosing? Just they appointed you manager.
I've already made so many videos about that. So
you did? I didn't see. I just saw.
I saw. If you watch off my channel, you will see that
you have so many channels. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes we don't know which one. So I know you do this one channel for live.
Yeah, all the channels.
How many channels?
Like mine.
How many channels do you have?
I don't know. I can't even count anymore. Maybe 1,000.
No, you don't have 1,000 channels.
I do.
You have Green Turf. You have Soccer IQ.
Okay.
Those only two ones I know. Green Turf and Soccer IQ.
Okay. Yeah.
You tell me the other one, so maybe we can subscribe. If we don't know the names of the other ones,
I mean, all the links are in the description somewhere.
KFC, what's that one?
KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Come on, you don't have KFC. So, but you have like.
Yeah, I made a few videos already since like a couple of days now talking about the lineup. So I don't even know what I said in those videos. You have to go and check. And I said after the press conference, you have a clear ideas, because some videos you make them before the press conference, and when the press conference is there and the manager explain his plan, and then you kind of change your mind. You're like, probably he's gonna do this and that. But regardless, let's just win a game of football, man. Let's win.
Let's just score a goal. Let's just score a goal. I think basically let's even score a goal. I mean, I'm dying to see a goal. I haven't seen a goal for long. How many games now? I don't really know, but you're a very patient man. You actually listen to the pre-match press conferences. I don't have time for that. Sometimes I'll listen to the post-match. After the game, Sometimes I'll listen to a bit of that, but I just find that it's just very boring, these press conferences. They say the same thing over and over, and we don't really learn anything new. It's the same standard.
Well, you learn something like Koulibaly is going to be out against Brighton and Real Madrid, and maybe more than that, because it's because it's a hamstring injury, and minimum like 3-4 weeks really for you to come back if it's not bad. But some hamstring injury can take you out for the rest of the season if you have a surgery, because depend on how big it is. So we don't know when he's coming back now in the Champions League. But Yashil is not there, and now that we don't have Koulibaly, so we have to probably protect Thiago Silva, because if he got injured, and then who's gonna play? And then you're gonna end up by playing Chaluba,
Cucurella,
stuff like that.
That would be a joke. But but you talk about hamstring injuries. Now you're a former football player yourself, so like hamstring injury. So I suppose there's different grades. So you could have a tear, where the muscle actually rips. You can have like a bad, strain, sprain, or so I suppose it depends how bad the injury is. He looked. I don't know what happened there, because he's a very physically strong guy, so you don't expect him to get like a hamstring injury. But hey, it's.
Well, it's not about being strong or whatever or fit. It's just happened. Those things can happen even to the best. And then you are 21 years old, 22, and then your body starts slowing down. You are not recovering the same way as when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes even more time than that. So it's a complicated one. That's
But
why.
but hamstring injuries, is it for the older players, or is it? It doesn't matter what age.
It's not only for age or player. I'm just telling you about the recovery period.
Mm-hmm.
Depend
Mm-hmm.
also on your age sometimes. If you are younger, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna take less time to recover, just like any other injuries or many things in life. When you are younger, it's still
Mm-hmm. You
fixable
recover quick.
easily, but when you get to a certain age, just everything getting so complicated for you to heal. That is the sense that I'm giving here. But a hamstring injury, you can get it even if you are 60 years old. At every age you can get it. It's not about only a certain age. That's the thing. And like I said, even the ACL injury, there are degrees of ACL injuries. Some of them will be like a partial tear in the ACL that they can repair. They can operate, just like the one Ben Chilwell had, not a total rupture of it. They don't have to reconstruct and put some new tissues over there. So Chile still got all his natural tissues because he didn't really like cut off and fall apart. But people like Zuma or people like let's say Van Dijk, everything will gone. Like total rupture where they have to reconstruct with some. Sometimes it could be artificial tissues over there, or they take some tissues from the other part and put there. So you are not really natural anymore. It's not.
But there's two. You guys in America, you guys are the world specialist. Have you noticed how many top players go to America to go and get surgery? They don't go to Europe. They either go to America, or they used to remember there's a guy, there was also the doctor from Bayern, Dr. Muller Wolfart, I think his name was. He used to be also the expert of those ACL things there. But normally, you guys Americans are very good at treating these ACLs. I don't know what technique
Because
they
they
use
got
there.
it a lot. It's the sport here is so physical and so moving all around like American football. That is just rugby, tackles all the time, so you have better chance to get the ACL in. And basketball also, because of the moves and because of the surface they're playing on, those moves and all that. So, but I think the medicine, you can get treated everywhere. I think.
But the Americans have got the best treatment. They got the best.
They're using pretty much the same. It just like the knowledge will be spread all over the world. When somebody, finds something, it's out there, and other doctors are gonna try to do it. But I don't know. I just think that it's just you can get even a better treatment in Europe sometimes.
Do you know they have? When it comes to surgery, I saw something. I thought this is the world is going ridiculous. So you could have let's say if you are in your state there, I forgot the name of Kansas. If you're in Kansas, so you could be admitted to the hospital and to get you ready for operation, and it's actually a robot doing the operation. But
the doctor can be in New York and commanding.
Exactly.
Commanding and doing everything when you are in Kentucky somewhere in the hospital. So
basically he's sitting with a joystick in New York or India or wherever he is, and he's operating on you via robot. That is so far out, man. It's like, wow, the technology has come so far. It's amazing.
Artificial intelligence is taking over the world. I'm even scared. It's even scary to 10 years from now, it's going to be a completely different world. Look at what is happening right now, like the voiceover, the voice recognition, the eyes thing. It's just becoming too much, and people are going to lose their jobs. Many people are going to be out of jobs because...
Even you won't be doing this program. Be a robot doing
it. Be something. There are so many programs that you can just use and see what's gonna happen. It is what it is. Okay, Mr. Andrew.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. How are you all?
Yes, sir. We
Mo-
are here and
morning.
waiting for the Titanic at the bridge.
The disaster,
hmm
the absolute disaster. Eh?
We're just praying today or
So let's-
tonight. I'm gonna just be praying, and so we can limit the damage or somehow nick a goal. I'm gonna pray for them to get the
Stop.
red card, and then
Stop the hemorrhaging. Stop the
yeah,
hemorrhaging.
stuff like that. And then we got a penalty. 2 penalties actually. The first one we missed because we can't even hit the target. And then we're gonna score the second penalty somehow. We're gonna have to
dear.
call Jorginho from Arsenal to take a penalty for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The donkey run up here.
that's what we're gonna do.
I'm not very hopeful at all. As a matter of fact, I won't even be watching. So
Wow.
I'll wait till next season. I'll wait till
We're
when the
winning
season
tomorrow,
starts,
bro.
and then-
First win at the
Uh-huh.
bridge. Super Frankie back at the bridge, bro. Be there, be there.
I don't want to do a Todd Bowley. He's sitting there and speaking and say, "Oh, we're gonna
We're
win
gonna
3-0."
3-0. But listen, he can come out and say, well, because the players didn't want to score because we created 3 clear chances in the first half. We refused to take them. So it was gone. Like they stole our goals because our players refused to score.
I think he needs to get a religious person in and bless
Even-
bless the whole Stamford Bridge, because it's extremely unusual, because I've never seen a club really go through that before. But they can't buy a goal with all the millions they've got. They just can't score. It's very, very strange. You know, I
If
really
you don't create many chances in the Premier League, you're not going to score any. I mean, you've got to create them.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
can
just keep
understand
on
that
talking
if you
about
don't.
creating, but
I'm not saying
have
you don't.
Hmm.
I'm not saying you don't create, because the amount of chances we create, and you'll have opportunities where you'll have one-on-one, and I mean one-on-one chances, and you're putting the ball over the
That's the
crossbar,
difference,
bro.
though.
What
Did you see Real Madrid? They created one chance, they score. Another chance was even out of the blue. They just shoot outside the box, knowing that we have a T-Rex Kepa in goal, and he's gonna go. So that's the way it is. They shoot, we don't shoot. We create clear chances, we don't take them, and we keep on complaining about we don't create enough. Come on, man. Come on. In that level,
We don't see-
you have to stop that. In that level is like you have to be clinical. One chance, you score one. Just like Haaland said, I would like to touch 5 balls, score 5 goals. That's it. End of story. So creating. What creating? You created those chances that were 1-on-1. You can't get a better chance than that. You can't get a better chance than that. You score the first goal, the narrative change. The game plan change. They panic. They try to attack you even more. They open up gaps. You can take advantage. Counter. Score a second one. But we don't score and we don't get discouraged. We got discouraged when we concede a goal. So creating. Yeah.
When is the last time Chelsea went behind and came back to win a game?
Long time ago.
Long time, long time. I don't even think it's this season. Probably. I don't think it was last season.
Doesn't matter. Lack of confidence. Everybody knows that we don't score anyways. So
don't
it's
score.
even in the player's head. We don't score. So when you concede, game over for them in their head. And nobody is there like to push them. No leader. Nobody will say, "Come on, guys. We still have 30 minutes to go. We got this." Just like Didier Drogba said in the Champions League final. Like 88th minute, something like that,
Yeah.
and then Bayern scored. And then David Luiz came to him and say, "Listen, bro, you can do it." Like he talked to him like, we have you, okay? Even 2 minutes or 3 minutes left, we can still score. Let's keep going. And then boom, the last minute, a header from Didier Drogba. And again, Didier Drogba gave a penalty away during extra added time or extra time. All right. David Luiz again and Mata, they came to him, they say, you know what, even if they score, we have time to score another one. Don't worry about it. And then Peter Cech saved us that day. I think Robben missed the penalty. And then we went to penalties, shootout, and the rest is history. So you had people with mentality, with positivity, encouraging each other, pushing and pushing until the last minute. Us, you see us concede a goal, they put all their hands up and down and try to blame each other, and like nobody's coming to nobody to say, you know what, okay, let's regroup and do it again. Like they are just they're just there, like their head drop. They don't do anything else. And no leader. Nobody's gonna go there and tell them, let's go. No. So.
Well, I think it's sorry, I beg your pardon. Go ahead, Mr. Republic.
No, I'm listening. Sorry. I apologize.
No, I was listening to this, your stream. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And one of your guests, he mentioned that there seems to be an animosity between the players or a disagreement. And when he mentioned it, it's something that I'm thinking, well, maybe that's the reason, you know. Maybe we're not a team. Maybe there is an animosity between some of the players. And even, you know, I don't want to just put it down to him, and I'm sure he didn't mean to do it. But I think the style that Graham Potter used to coach the team, the players and so on, it's infected them. You know, they've become, comfortable with mediocrity.
Yes,
you know, not pushing them, not pushing themselves to fight for the club, fight for the badge, you know, fight for that win, you know, and he seeped into them so bad. And I'm sure this is something that Super Frank, you know, we know he doesn't have the tactics as an Ancelotti or some of those other big managers. But one thing with him, he's a fighter. He's a fighter, and he'll fight to win. He'll fight to the last minute to win. He'll go for that win. And in my opinion, I believe it's something he's observing. He said, oh my gosh, look at the mentality that has seeped into the players. And it's going to take a hell of a manager, because I think ahead of everything, the talent and the tactics and all of that and the flair, you've got to have that winning mentality. You have to have that first and foremost. You have that, and then you build upon that with the talent, with the flair, with the tactics and all the other stuff. And no, it's going to take a big manager to start.
But even a big manager, my friend, I'm telling you, it's going to also take time. You just don't change people's attitude over. That's why people will say, oh, the manager is the manager. The manager is there for less than a week, and he's the problem for everything. Those things takes time. Just like kid at home. Just like that's why we go to school for many months and years, because it doesn't happen over the night. You know, overnight that somebody tells you something, and then all of a sudden you become genius. And even people talking about the guy like Gilbert Inoka, like we don't see what he's doing, brother. Even if you go to counseling, anything that you do in life is gonna take time for people to understand, and improvement might be seen like nothing, like a little step, but not everything. Those are grown-up men that you have to educate them and create a new mentality in them. It's not going to happen overnight. Mourinho can come today and yell at them, bench them or whatever, it's not gonna change anything at the beginning. Slowly and surely, and you know how to deal with these players. It's not the same that you're gonna deal with Didier Drogba, the same you're gonna deal with a young kid today like Trevor Chalobah. You know, generational. We are in another generation and all that, so it takes time for these things to start producing something that people can see. Hussein just arrived. Let him talk and then we're gonna come back to you, my friend.
Yo, big up everybody.
Yes,
So-
sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good evening. Morning.
Oh, good evening. Sorry.
So I want to say that I think this complacent mentality and this losing attitude is a result of rewarding mediocrity over a period of time. For example, Felipe Luis was one of the best left backs in La Liga. He came to Chelsea. We shipped him the next season when he was not performing. But over the past few years, we have been giving new contracts to players who have been mediocre, or giving them new wages and giving them time to perform. Like, for example, Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, Kepa. Marina gave Kepa a long-term contract after failing for a few seasons. So in the early years of Roman, he would have shipped him the next season, like, for example, Felipe Luis or Ricardo Quaresma, Adrian Mutu. Those guys had high reputations. They came to Chelsea, they didn't perform, and they were shipped. So because this squad knows that if they don't perform, they will outlive the manager, whoever the current manager is. So that breeds complacency, mediocrity. We need to be ruthless with this squad in terms of contracts, giving them chances. And enough of this defending these players, and enough of these training pictures. Like people say that they don't want the training pictures because they score goals in the training pictures, training videos, but not in match days. But my problem is, why are they smiling and laughing in those training videos? Like, I want to see upset players, like focused players in those videos. But all I see is laughing and joking. Again, I think that's because of that mediocrity, which is like creeped into the squad. Like, it's in our core now, and it's in our DNA right now. So we need to slowly get rid of it and have higher standards. Yeah, what do you guys think about it?
But I think it's a reflection of society today. In society today, in Western Europe anyway, hard work is not something you're supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be easy. Nobody has to really. No, you're not supposed to. We don't believe in. It has to hurt a little bit, or you have to suffer. Remember when Tuchel came over? We had to suffer. The boys had to suffer in order to beat Man City. The whole team. That was his mentality. That they had to work hard. They had to grit their teeth. I think the English say. And but that is like Potter came in with that more soft, like modern day. Everybody should take part. Even people who finish fourth should get a medal. That modern day. I don't know what you call it. The way of raising children nowadays, that they should take no responsibility for anything. And maybe that is what is creeping into that. This is why you see them training, laughing, joking, having fun, because that's what it should be. It should be enjoyable to come to training. You shouldn't be angry. You shouldn't have to work really hard. That's bit of, I don't know. That is just society, whether you like it or not. That is whoever. But I think this is what is creeping in there, and the professionalism maybe is disappearing, and that is the seeds of Potter. But maybe, yeah.
I want to I think you're right in terms of it's part of society. But my problem is why do Man City don't have this problem? Why do Arsenal don't have this problem? Why do Brighton don't have this problem? Their players are so motivated. Why it's only our players? Remember when Klopp came to Liverpool, those guys would like die for him on the pitch. Why is it only our players?
They're not dying for him now. Liverpool players, they've had enough, and you can see them. Our friend there, Mr. Andrew, was talking about divisions. That's another team where you can see a clear division in that squad there, where you can see players fighting on the pitch, and it's ever since Van Dijk sort of like he's been fighting for the captaincy, and you can see there's a very clear division in that team there. Henderson fighting with Van Dijk, and Milner with Van Dijk. So that you can see, it's so obvious to see that there's something going on there, and maybe they just also got tired of running for Klopp. Is that, hey, my legs are tired now. I want to rest. 7 years of that once. So that it's, I don't know, but as I said, you get a weak manager, soft manager, without attitude there with Chelsea, and this is what happens. The players, they take advantage. You give them one finger, they take the whole arm, and to get that arm back out of them is almost impossible, as the Mr. Moderator was saying. It's not going to be. It will take time. We have to weed out a lot of players. You have to bring in maybe other different young players on not such big contracts, maybe incentive based. That's another one. America's like American football. They have these like incentive based contracts. So in other words, your contract is based on how much how you perform in games. Like if you score touchdowns or make tackles or whatever. And maybe we need more of that incentive base. Then you will see these people work hard. Oh, that's my money. I don't work hard, I'm not going to get paid. End of story.
So I disagree with the incentive contracts for these players, because it works with like people who are earning like $20 per hour. But these players, they're already earning 6 million, and you incentivize them for 8 million. So that's not a big motivator as compared to like normal working class people. I don't know how it's in America, so maybe I'm wrong on that.
I mean, if I could just jump in, I agree with you. I agree with everything you just said, Mr. Republic, and except when it comes up to, I suppose certain players could operate on that incentive-based scheme, but I don't know if you heard about what was said about N'Golo Kante, where they were doing something like a pay-to-play. I don't know if there's any truth behind that or some nonsense. Did you guys hear about that talk?
Mr. Moderator knows everything. Ask him.
I'm doing something. I've been talking. I just give you the platform to talk. The one based on performances. That is the new kind of contract bonuses that we are offering at the moment. It's not all, like 300k a week, but it's based on, wins and trophies and stuff like that. So
it's just that I believe that, this man has been working very hard for Chelsea Football Club, and part of the reason, or I'd say the majority of the reason why he's in the position he's in today, is down to poor management, and for them to give him or offer him a pay to play is, I think, is somewhat disrespectful, really, after the amount of accolades that man has won for the club. If it's like the new players who are coming in and so on and so forth, therefore then I would understand. But for a veteran like himself, all right, if you want to lower the contract, fine, lower the contract, so it's not going to be paying him as much. But this pay to play for an established player like him, I don't think is really appropriate. That's just my opinion anyway. So
did you hear how much money they paid Marina Granovskaya for the transition thing or the takeover thing? 35 million pounds she got paid for the handover thing there. 35 million pounds. That is wow. What did she do?
She couldn't wait to go.
But she got fired, didn't she, or something? They go here and Peter Cech, basically the transition, whatever, was very quick. It didn't take very long, but it still got paid 35 million pounds.
free money.
So what's wrong with that? She's walking, and there is a big sale that will worth billions, and she's part of the transition. So if you got your commission, what's wrong with that?
This sounds like a lot of money for selling all our youngsters, believing in the club where it is now. With I don't know.
In regards to that, I think they should have really something like that could have been performance based. Do it gradually over a period of time. Let school or instruct the new person whoever's coming into that position. What she does, give her contacts, or maybe she did do that, but the period in which they did change from her to whoever the next person was very quick. So I think they should spread it out, or it should have been over a longer period, so that transition wouldn't be so abrupt.
Exactly.
More quickly.
Well said.
More slowly. Yeah.
Andrew, I want to ask you a question. Do you think it's right that we need to motivate these players to win the Champions League, fight for the title, by giving them a monetary incentives? Shouldn't they be motivated just by default? Like, why do they need money for motivation to win the titles? I don't want that culture.
No, you're absolutely right. I will agree with you 100%.
Yeah, but the Americans, they say like we offer. Yesterday, you mentioned 6 million. So the Americans will say, we'll offer you a £6 million pound contract, but we'll guarantee you 3, and the rest, the last 3 million, will be based on incentives. Basically, you won't get you get your 3 million, but the other 3 million you gotta really work hard for it in order to get your maximum contract. So you won't get anything extra about over whatever you've agreed on the contract. So that's what I was saying, incentive-based contract.
Oh, okay. Like that. That sounds very, very feasible. Sounds very good. Yeah, I can agree with that 100%.
Yeah,
and you will see people. You will see them running.
Aziz, you've been very quiet. We are trying to close the shop, but you've just been quiet. What's happened to your holy water, man?
Chelsea, see what Chelsea has done all of us to now, man. To be honest, we just want the season to be over and let's reset all over again. But one thing I was trying to talk about, somebody brought about Marina and the money she received, the 30 million. Don't you think she won more than that?
She won more than that.
He worth more than the 30 million she was given.
Ooh. Okay.
Marina.
She should have got more money.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just asking, just a question. Because this lady, we might say our recruitment wasn't good, but our selling and our business analysis helped steady Chelsea. Look at the sales of Morata. We sold Morata for 50 million. She sold Oscar for.
She bought him for 75 million. Marina was struggling every single year. We were losing money one way or another, and Abramovich doesn't care. He's like, how much did you lost? Okay, 200 million or whatever. Bam, bam, bam. In the pocket, paid. Cash. And Marina, well, you can count Eden Hazard. People are gonna always bring. But you don't see how many we lost after that. Like people like Danny Drinkwater or Ross Barkley or Zappa Costa or 25, or Bakayoko, or 25 million to pay off somebody like Antonio Conte and his staff. So you can name few players and say, oh, we made money out of them, but it was so little compared to the expensive and wrong decisions and a lot of money we made because of her bad decisions. But people love him at Chelsea because she was buying what fans wanted, and she was no nonsense, sacking players, sacking managers. So she kind of we don't care about money kind of lady. Now when you have to be more responsible, the money at Chelsea now is investment money. If you have some capital, if you have some investment with a clear like capital, and then your money is at Chelsea too. So at some point they need to get some money back, and they have to make the right decisions now that will pay off in the future. So it's completely different than a billionaire who didn't care about spending, who cared more about his prestige and probably other stuff behind it than making money at Chelsea Football Club. So this is totally different. Marina was awful since when she took over from Michael Imenalo. She did everything to push Michael Emenalo out so she can get all the commission and everything. Do you think that when she was signing players or selling players, do you think that Marina is not getting a commission? Just think about it. She was getting crazy amount of money. Even selling Chelsea to Bowley, she got more than 35 million on just the sale. So people just don't understand those things because we don't get to the details. On social media is black or white. Marina, she's the queen. Look at this. When you analyze it, you put it just a little bit of common sense. You analyze document, you will see that she did more damage than good at Chelsea Football Club. But because we were winning some trophies here and there, fans don't care where the money is coming from. It's about winning something, period. I don't care.
Well, I mean, in one of your previous streams, Orgs, you showed the number of players that were sold just to buy Romelu Lukaku. And I believe it was an entire team.
Yeah, entire teams. It was like 9 players. You go Tomori, Tammy Abraham, you go Mark Goy, you go Tino Livramento. The list goes on and on just to finance Romelu Lukaku for 97 million. Let's put it 100 million. And then the missing piece. Lukaku was getting like 120k a week freaking at Inter. She gave him 350k. How that even is possible? How can you make a deal like this? Because people see only we sold Eden Hazard. People don't understand that the salary cost more than the price, the actually price of the player. So there are so many money that you will spend on paying players actually than their price tag as a transfer fee. So Marina made a lot of mistakes, but Abramovich was there to cover those mistakes, and she must be very grateful. She's a very good lady to Abramovich, because I will just get you out the door, because you are losing money. You are losing a lot of money. But
I think he liked her smile. That's why he liked her smile. She had a nice smile.
We'll leave it as that. And, another bad deal. If you thought Lukaku was bad, remember the deal of Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal to Man United. How much is it? 450k a week, and he couldn't get into the team.
He was playing piano though. He played good piano.
Playing piano. But he has beautiful dogs, by the way. Have you seen his dogs? Wow.
2 of them. They got their own Instagram account. They got like millions and millions of followers.
Yeah. Beautiful animals. Wow. That much I'll give him. But is he still at Inter with the Lukaku?
Yeah, so when you start talking about Lukaku, you can go on and add so many wrong and bad deals that we made that made no sense whatsoever. And if you notice those players, they kind of have the same kind of connection with agent. So you will see a club always like deal with certain agent, they refuse to use other agent. Do you think that is for free? No, they share commissions. They share commission like Marina was making a lot of money from Abramovich. Like, she was getting commission from even Abramovich without knowing it. Because the same agent is going to bring you such and such. Okay, how much is the commission? Bam, bam. Send such and such to offshore account. Do you think it's a lot of issues, a lot of stuff that people don't understand when it comes to those transfer things, you know? You have to, you know, scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. And that's why we were missing on like amazing target, because we have to go to the certain same old agent, their own client. We have to go for them instead of going like for Haaland, because Haaland belongs to Mino Raiola, and Mino Raiola is very greedy. He doesn't want to share. You know what I mean? So that's why we ended up by, you know, going for people like Peter Crouch, because stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's another world right there. It's a real mafia behind those transfers that you don't understand.
Yeah, and because of that, we were signing players without scouting them.
Yeah,
like
exactly. You nailed it. And that's why she got rid of Michael Menalo, who is actually doing the scouting. Go to Belgium, get you De Bruyne, get you Thibaut Courtois, get you the Hazard, get you like to the source.
Mo Salah.
Yeah, get you, do actually the job. And then she comes, she takes like 3 or 4 positions on herself. All the money we were paying those people coming to her. Now she got like agent and whatever, the sharing commission and that. So we just get players because of recommendation from your buddies, you know, because we eat together. So bring me such and such. We don't care. Instead of like waiting for Haaland and fight. Oh no, I'm not gonna fight for Haaland because Mino Raiola won't give me anything. And then what you're gonna see is Malang Sarr agent with Lukaku agent are together. And we got Malang Sarr apparently on free, gave him 5 years contract and paid him 120k a week. Malang Sarr. He's from Nice. He was getting less than 10k a week. And you come to Chelsea, all of a sudden 120k. Do you think those things are just happening out of the blue? There are a lot of money, a lot of commission that those people are getting. Let me give you one example. They even offered N'Golo Kante to pay him offshore. Okay, N'Golo, listen, man, we're gonna pretend. They wanted to make some kind of dodgy deals with N'Golo Kante. N'Golo is no. Pay the money to the government. Pay whatever tax it's gonna take. I don't care. Anybody remember that episode when N'Golo Kante, when you know he was out, he refused to get paid overseas, offshore. He wanted, okay, pay everything here. I don't want anything to do with offshore. So there are so many issues. And for people who said Todd Boehly sacked Marina too quickly, get rid of people, man, I think when Todd Boehly checked on the books and he was like, oh my goodness me, what is this? Seeing all the offshore payment and this and that, it was like, no, this lady needs to leave right now, because that is acceptable when you have a billionaire who don't care about wasting money. But me, this is an investment company right now. We need to make money. If we continue with this, we're not gonna make money. That's why I was like, no. I am going to be the sporting director myself right now. I don't want to wait because it was too much. But
and then he goes and spends 55 million sterling.
that was another case because of the manager. You have to trust what you have. He didn't know anything back then. It was like, boom, out of the blue. This is the transfer window. How it's done. Let me trust the manager. What you want and all that. But slowly and surely, they're gonna understand. They start making the right decisions for Chelsea Football Club. The intention is there, but the people that they've been working with are not, you know, they don't put everything together yet, but I think it's going to get better. They are learning the hard way.
Yeah, I think it will improve, and as well, it appears to be above board, or although there is been a lot of wastage, but at least it's legal in regards to how Marina may have been conducting things. You could have put them in a lot more trouble if UEFA or the FA found about some of the dealings that were being done. We could have been in a lot more problems, a lot more legal issues. So.
Yeah, it sounds like a case sounds like a case for the IRS, or you call it Internal Revenue Service. If they start investigating, this club here, we could be really, really, really big trouble.
There are so many clubs who are doing some dark stuff, like overseas and offshore and in like tax paradise somewhere. But on social media it's black and white, because we don't really get deep to those investigations. If you look even at the soccer links, there are some scandals that happened a few years ago when somebody like Height or the FIFA, UEFA, and many clubs. It's so much happening, bro. It's just like mafia happening there that people don't get it, but it's not that black or white.
Yeah, but I'd say that Todd Bowley and Iqbali, they are not stupid. They became billionaires. They probably have some members in the Senate in their pockets as well. So I think we should be safe on that term.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they are not stupid. They know what they're doing. When people are talking about the financial fair play and all that, they know how they can make it easier for themselves. They're gonna find a way.
Yeah, they hire the best lawyers, the best accountants.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree, my friends. All right.
So Brighton people, how much are we losing to? How many goals will we concede?
Yeah, conceding.
I had completely forgotten this. It was a nice distraction. I'm back to reality.
We're gonna win tomorrow. We're winning tomorrow. That's what I've been saying since last August. We're gonna win tomorrow. Our season starts tomorrow. And then
how will we stop Mitoma?
How we stop Mitoma? Well, put
Yeah.
Aspilicueta in that side so he can stop Mitoma. Put Aspilicueta.
I think Mendy will be back. I've got a feeling he's going to be back in goal now. I think I might give him a chance. See what he can do. Maybe if he can get one clean sheet out of the few remaining games we have left, I'll be happy. just one. If it's a 0-0 draw, I'll be over the moon. I can watch Match of the Day then. I can sit down and watch it.
It'll be 2-1 Chelsea.
Chelsea might surprise people tomorrow if we show some character and some energy at Stamford Bridge. Who knows? Anything can happen.
Yeah, I just want a new front line. I want to see Madueke, Mudryk given a chance. And I want to see Dr. Fofana. I don't know what happened to him. I understand the Aubameyang situation. He probably has some disciplinary issues, but Dr. Fofana, he played 2-3 games. He was decent in those games. Why isn't he getting a chance?
Yeah. Good question.
Enough of Havertz and these guys, man. I'm tired.
I'm going for a 1-1 draw. 1-1
Okay,
draw.
that sounds more reasonable. That sounds more intelligent than my guess.
Yeah, don't be deluded like me. Because I always believe we're gonna win.
I think we are losing 3-0.
Eesh. You're harsh.
I just have flashbacks of the last game we played against Brighton.
They destroyed us 4-1.
Yeah.
That was away, and that was under the other manager, Mr. Grampora, who wanted to give them a gift. So this time around, it's different. If they have any kind of pride in themselves, they can't be losing games like that,
How many times have we said that this season?
Yeah,
Every
always.
time we say that,
Every
we lose.
single day.
Yeah. And Brighton are playing for Europe as well, so they'll be extra motivated.
Yeah, I just see that they're gonna get a red card at some point, and we're gonna have a penalty. How about that? 10 against 11, and the penalty we're gonna miss one. 2 penalties, we miss one because we can't even hit the target. and the second one is gonna go in. How about that?
We don't have Jorginho, bro, right now.
Yeah, Jorginho is gone.
We need a
Kai
red
Havertz
card for the
is
Brighton
it?
goalkeeper.
Kai
That's it.
Havertz need 2 times to score a penalty.
Yeah, that was a very dodgy one. The second, remember the one he took two. Why they disallowed the first one? Something about
You
players
need
running
a-
in the box.
You need the referee to be generous and make you retake it.
I think he was sorry for us. He said, "Oh my God, this club's so bad. Let me give them another
I think
chance.
give it-
Give them one more chance." Oh dear.
But I'm telling you, this team, as it stands now, I fear for next season. I'm telling you, this looks like a relegation team. If they carry on this way, this attitude, mentality, we will be in the bottom part of the table.
You know what?
Yeah.
I believe that, our team is back to the mentality, because I believe, ability-wise, I believe, my opinion, I think we're a good team. And if we had a proper manager who instilled that winning mentality that we so obviously lack,
Hmm.
I can't see us not winning something. We'd be wiping the floor with sides, especially these relegation fighting teams. We should be wiping the floor with them. But it's just that it's reached such a stage that they've got no willpower to fight for anything. They just don't have it. I'm sure the majority, I'd say 80 or 90% of the players there, they'd be able to walk into any other club and perform there. Get that mentality and they perform that. Madueke, Mudryk, Sterling, you name it, Kai Havertz, And I think that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of the players, they want to leave, because they're probably fed up of that mentality. They want to go somewhere where they believe that they can do something, they can make a difference, they can, perform, they can win something, But it's just lacking at Chelsea. It's just lacking.
We need a dog in that team, a real dog, one who's got a pit bull. You need some kind of pit bull in that team there to ruffle all those feathers, shake the tree by its very foundation, put fire up the where the sun don't shine of the other players there, so that the manager can only do a certain amount, say this, say that, put the tactics, but on the field itself, you always need that fighter, that fiery person there. You always need one guy.
And
You don't have
what Hussein asked early on, he said that why it works in other teams but not at Chelsea, like that mentality and all that. If you look at Pep Guardiola before he came to the job, they were already looking for people with a certain mentality. So when he came to the job, he brought his own people and also get rid of many people. And that's why scouting is not only, you are good, you have a very good YouTube video and all that. It's many aspects, many aspects of scouting. I was watching Luis Campos, who is one of the gurus when it comes to recruitment. He would tell you how he detects his players, how he need to go to games, how he need to talk to family members, background, check on social media. They even have data to determine, how you interact with people on social media to see what kind of a person you are. So it's a lot of stuff right now to check. Otherwise, you're gonna bring all the prima donna in the team that they have some very weak mentality. So be careful what you wish for. That's why I've been telling people you can say whatever you want about Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher, because they are English in the academy. But if you look at even the mentality that they have, even that can help you win a game. But now we're buying these expensive players who don't have even the heart to the team. They don't care. They want to go somewhere. They are rich people. They just don't care about winning. It's money. But those kids, when we lose, and you can tell that they are hurting just like us. but just because of some other reasons that people know, certain narratives, we don't like them. But you can't replace heart, you know. Your home is your home, you know. Nobody is gonna take care of your home more than yourself. So a team of football is not made of only, you know, flair players, tricky because they can do this and that. You have to you have to check on many aspects to build a team of football.
You know, sometimes they say that old saying, winning becomes a habit. So sometimes you can be, when you become a winning team, it just becomes automatic. Even when you're playing badly in a bad day, you just keep winning. And the same can be said as for losing. Losing can just become just as much as a habit as winning. And the worst part of it, when you're in that losing habit, it's almost like you accept it. It's almost like, we lost, so what? We lost, like, that is a very, very, very dangerous place to be. It can destroy your club, end up being relegated.
It's very true, very true, very true. I don't know if Mr. Moderator could testify to this. I remember years ago. I'm sorry, Augs, are you familiar with the French rugby team? I think it's French. I believe I remember.
Yeah, I watch everything from there, bro. Rugby. And
team. there was a team where this was years ago, where before they played a match, they would punch each other in the face in the dressing room. And they would come out and you could see their faces were all swollen, but it charged them so much. And the opposition would see the French team come out and their faces were absolutely swollen and thinking, oh my God.
Yeah, I know, it was Toulouse. Toulouse used to do that, Toulouse. But now they don't do it because of, you know, human rights and you know how everything become weak because of, you know, even you don't say this to some people because it's offensive. Everything is just now dead, you know. Any kind of nice joke that you used to make with your friend is done. It's taken off us. The society is just becoming, I don't know what to say, but yeah, I know Toulouse. And even you look, the haka dance from New Zealand. Yeah, they don't hit each other in the face, but it's just determination, like we're gonna get on you and stuff like that. So I got
it's an intimidation tactic. So you know the opposition would see that and said, oh my God, these are who am I going to play against? So if they're doing that to themselves, what they're going to do to us, you know? And that's the kind of winning and mentality and determination that we need to show. And we're just not doing it. It's just not there. It's non-existent.
It's about let's go play there, get your bonuses. You have your money in the bank. You go and play FIFA online with high-speed show the entire night and sleep for only 2 hours and go to training and get tired and get injured. Oh, that count. They don't sleep. They don't care anymore. It's just so easy for them. So
I think it's time to ban social media for the good of society.
Yeah, so it's just getting crazy, man. Social media.
Yeah, as you mentioned, like in previous stream as well, the attention span of people is getting
down and down.
And down. And for these footballers as well, like they are, I read that Chelsea, like every 5 passes they lose the ball. So to play Enrique's football, they will need a good attention span, attention to detail. But if they are watching TikTok videos, it's gonna hurt their focus.
Yeah, I don't even see Chelsea do the what is called rondo game where we have to pass the ball like very quickly, like 10 times, bam, bam, bam. I just see them play like volleyball.
Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't seen a rondo.
Yeah, ping pong, or you see them having rugby. You see them, or basketball in the pool. I don't see them like getting into it like some exercise that will really take your game to the next level. When you play
and
those,
on the Chelsea YouTube channel, they are always posting stupid videos. Like they post videos of Mason Mount and all these players, and it's clear they don't want to be there.
Yeah, that is commercial reason for like Trivago or something, answering to some stupid questions and stuff like that. Yeah.
There's a German team, Schalke 04. They are from the heart of the Ruhr district. Now that where they are from, it's proper coal mining area, and most of the coal is dug out there. So every season, before the season starts, the management orders all these players to put on hard hats, put on overalls, with safety shoes, and they go down with the elevators down into the mine shaft, and they see the people hardworking, ones working with a pick and axe or whatever, and so they can see, okay, these are your fans. Look how hard they work. Look at these conditions, whatever, and this is what they do every season, so that to have some kind of sort of like connection with reality.
But this guy, Graham Potter, took them to the military camp. I don't know if it was just to greet them or something. But those kind of exercise just kind of help bond the team and understand the reality of a normal guy like you and me are facing. I still remember Bielsa, when he took over at Leeds United, the first thing he did, he took all the players outside the stadium to pick up trash.
Wow.
Yeah, so they pick up trash for 2 hours. And then he make the point like, this is how people suffer just to pay a ticket to come and see you. Mm-hmm. And they have a family to feed and a house to pay and all that. This is a normal guy. But you are privileged to be in this position and get that money. So I don't want any kind of excuse on the pitch. Give me everything you got over there, or you're not going to play. But those kind of disciplinary coaches are just disappearing because people call them, they are too tough. And with the weak mentality today, somebody's going to complain about something and there's going to be human rights and there's going to be this and that and the club get in trouble and all that. So we are losing something. The society is losing some kind of soul today. Because it's so soft, everything needs to be easy and you have to understand. You have to negotiate.
You have to be compassionate.
Yeah, be compassionate. You lose a game and we give you 2 days off.
I mean, to be honest, where's the sense in that? I can't see what sense there was in such decision making.
Compassionate leave.
You should be out there doing 500 press ups, and you're supposed to punish them for things like that, not give them more time off to go home and relax and put your feet up and play your PlayStation and all that rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is baffling. It's baffling, it really is. It really is baffling.
It's really sad. Okay, gentlemen, we're gonna go because tomorrow we have another long show. Come cry with me here or celebrate with me. I will tell you, I told you so. We beat them, okay? So tomorrow
we don't want therapy tomorrow.
No, I don't want therapy. I'm sick and tired of therapies, man. Let's celebrate tomorrow.
Mr. Oz.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you I'm having my gender reveal tomorrow as well. So
No problem. Yeah. Come here, hit me. You always come to punch
me.
No,
I said I'm having a gender reveal tomorrow.
Okay.
Congratulations. You're going to be a father.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Okay. Oh, so I didn't get it, first of all.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get it either.
I didn't get it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So I'll be in North Carolina tomorrow.
Now I think you're going to be more... Because when I have a daughter at home, like I can't yell anymore. You know how it goes, right? like you can't yell at people anymore because she's there.
Yeah.
So probably you're gonna cool yourself down a little bit, because sometimes I think you're gonna even punch your television or something.
Mr.
Aziz.
Yeah.
You know what I've noticed about this season?
Yeah. What?
This season, if everything goes the way it's meant to go, inshallah, if everything goes the way it's meant to go, either we win the league, either we win the Champions League, or we crash out from it. I'm gonna tell you that anything that happens next season, Chelsea fans are not gonna be surprised anymore because we're already used to it now.
There you go. There
You feel
go.
me?
Yeah.
The losing mentality is already creeping in.
Yeah, we're already used to it because Abramovich said one thing before you leave. He said, anytime the day Chelsea start accepting defeat as an excuse, that is the day the club stop being a big club no more. That was the time he sacked Lampard. That was the first time he came out for an interview and he said that. And ever since he said that, when a reporter became the coach, we're accepting defeat, or the players played well. You've already started accepting losing mentality creeping into you. Let me tell you something. Chelsea is going to be like Leeds one of these days. Remember when Leeds were like one of the best team in Premier League? They had John Carew. They had
We are
had
too
new-
big to be that way, man. We're gonna move. Chelsea are in
Are
the
you sure?
international. Yes, because Leeds,
Okay.
even when they went down, they were not international the way Chelsea are today. We are so big to be like Leeds, but we're gonna accept that we might go a couple seasons without winning anything, but we will be back. We will be back, I'm sure.
We'll become Arsenal.
Yeah,
There you go.
Arsenal,
Mm.
yeah.
We are the new Arsenal.
We are not Arsenal because Arsenal didn't even spend money. They were selling in order to build the stadium. But we got the money in the bank. Abramovich made sure that we have at least 1 billion in the bank just to help us to go through this. Even Abramovich himself knew that it was going to be difficult when he's gone. That's why he prevented all this. So I think, listen, when everything starts clicking, I think the narrative is gonna change, bro. I have hope for the future.
Yeah, I think next season, especially if we don't get European football, I think it's going to be a good season. At least we'll finish top 4, but for me, we should challenge for the title if we don't get European football.
What?
True.
What are you
That's
smoking?
by if we get a good coach. But sorry to cut you off. I'm seeing we might get Enrique because I'm seeing I had like Chelsea are trying to get Gavi to come to the club. So it's looking like we might get Enrique.
Yeah.
So he's trying to bring his kind of players, the tiki-taka football.
He also wants Oblak. I don't know. I haven't seen much of him. Can he play from the back, Oblak? I
Yeah.
don't think so. He can?
Yeah, even the playing from the back is a myth. What's his name? Edison doesn't play from the back. He knows how to ping a pass from the back. You all know that he doesn't really play from the back. He pings a pass from the back. He passes all those diagonal passes to the opposition's half.
Yeah, he's very good at it. He's very good at it.
So even goalkeeper Czech wasn't the best at playing from the back. He couldn't play from the back, but he crosses the ball for drop back to chest on the this thing. This playing from the back, if he's not working for you, clear the ball up, clear it out.
He used to throw. He's very good at throwing the ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all this playing from the back-
this
this
forcing
playing
people
from the
to
back.
play from the back is just
Yeah,
frustrate
it's
me
Pep
because-
Guardiola that brought that shit to Premier League. Even playing from the back was one that even caused us the goal in Madrid.
Yeah, and when you have T-Rex Kepa in goal, anything is possible because even just long shot always it's
Yeah.
just top corner, top bins. Anyways, Aziz,
Mr.
see you
Mr.
tomorrow.
Moderator.
Huh?
Yeah, tomorrow, man.
I just want to say, Mr. Aziz, if they're going to perform poor tomorrow, we're going to send you to Stamford Bridge to punch the players in the face. Okay?
I'm telling you, man.
Go to jail and leave your family for 3 months.
We will bail you out. Don't worry. Just
Don't
We're gonna
worry,
bail you
man.
out.
So, I'll run back to Nigeria for the jail.
Mr. Moderator,
Yes, sir.
I was just want to make a closing statement
Yes.
and thank this fantastic panel, fantastic people, very knowledgeable, very fun people.
Mhm.
And now I'm getting to know some of the people. Aziz, definitely the prophet.
I'm the false prophet.
I'll leave it there. Then Mr. Hussein, he's a very nice guy, and our new friend here, Mr. Andrew, and wow, very nice people. So thank you very, very much. You guys enjoy, and I'm off to bed. It's 3:30 time of the year.
Yeah, get some sleep and come back early in the morning because we're gonna be here tomorrow for chess again. Oh, you're gonna be walking? You're gonna be walking?
Have a lovely evening, sir.
Bye, sir.
All right.
Cheers.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, who wanna leave next? Andrew or Hussein? Who say goodbye first? Because we are about to leave. We are leaving.
All right, well, I'll let you gentlemen have your rest. And I just want to say, Brother Org, thank you very much for your stream. Like I said, it's always a pleasure jumping onto your platform and having these wonderful discussions with you and your panelists. And like I said previously, it's the one thing I can look forward to when Chelsea are going to play. So
therapy tomorrow, bro. Come back for therapy or celebration tomorrow.
And I'm hoping for a draw. And if at least I get a draw and get that 1 point, I can relax.
Oh yeah, so you wanna get just 40 points so you can be safe.
That's enough for me. That's safe. As long as I get that 1 point, I'll be very happy. Very happy.
All right, my brother.
I wish you guys a pleasant evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Big up.
Big up, man.
Big up.
Bye. Hussein, are you gonna be there tomorrow? When is the Ramadan end?
So we have Eid on Friday, and that's the end of Ramadan.
Next week?
Yeah, next week. Yeah, on the weekend.
Wow, so you still have like one entire week of starving.
Yeah, but after like a few fasts, you get used to it. So it's not that bad. Yeah.
Wow.
And I just want to say big up everybody, and this is the best football show. These are the best streams, because in all of the streams, people are shouting at each other. No one is getting their opinion across. There are like 100 people on the panel. If you want to hear real opinions, watch these streams. And I hope we beat Brighton and the mood changes, but I have no assurances.
Confidence, but fingers
no
crossed.
confidence.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, big up, bro. Good night.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you, my brother. See you tomorrow. Everybody, thank you for watching us. God bless you. Be nice to each other. Say hi to your neighbor. It doesn't cost anything. It can make somebody's day. See you tomorrow here. Same channel for the therapy or for the celebration. We're gonna be always there. Go you blues. I can't even speak. I have to go now.